5 acres for 22.
Yeah, this one here is kind of interesting, and this is the one I told you about that during the webinar that we were going to talk about, that we would send neighbor letters to. So here's this lot located right here, and see all of those neighbors. These are all $500,000 homes, and so if I was going to buy this property, the very first thing I do, if we picked it up for 22, I would send a letter to every single one of these people, almost kind of create a bidding war, whoever buys it first, because all of these people, I mean, these are $500,000 homes. If they could know they could have 5 acres, keep anyone from building there, one of these, you know, if you sold it to them for 60 grand, I think one of these people would buy it in 60 grand within a week.
Yeah. I think that's probably true. You know, you do have a pretty good pool there of people that have direct tie to the property, that, and it's not that much money even at that.
Yeah. Well, and as you get further back in there, there's some wetland over here. But from everything I can see, I would kind of went and looked up here, you know, it all looks dry, but you could obviously try selling it as well. In fact, I've got a couple of comps so we can look at. Here's the property itself. You know, they're valuing it at 300 grand. That's Redfin. And here are 2 comps in the area. Sold for 340. This one sold for 297. And Zillow, you can see this is the 5.21 acre lot. This is that lot right there that they're valuing it at 300,000.
Interesting. That's good value.
Yeah. You know, even if it has issues, you know, and I don't know if it would look more into the deed and buying it, but it's all of the land, like just a building lot, a quarter acre, well, the most of them are about a third an acre, a half an acre. The building lots within this area are all going for 150 to 200,000. It's expensive for this area, and you know, in this particular city, in this area, lots are just really outrageous. And so if you could buy all this land, you know, that's where I said you could probably sell it to a neighbor pretty quickly, just based on how many different neighbors you have that would probably like to get their hands on it.
Yeah, well, and yeah, based on the values for the property being as high as they are, I mean, you're only $22,000 into that lot. Yeah, it's not going to cost too much.